Yes. Now screen is visible, right? Screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now we discuss about HUF. Now you know resident, when HUF can become resident, when fully or partly the control or of the management of the affair is situated in India. In that case, HUF becomes resident. Now ordinarily resident. When and all HUF becomes ordinarily resident. To become ordinarily resident, Karta of the family should satisfy both the additional conditions specified under section 6 clause 6. That means what? My question is whether additional condition for individual and HUF is one and the same. Can you tell me now? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Additional condition given for individual and HUF is same. Individual and HUF is same. That is why Karta is treated as individual here. That is why Karta is treated as individual. So individual should satisfy both the additional condition. Then he becomes resident and ordinarily resident. When Karta becomes resident and ordinarily resident, automatically HUF also becomes resident and ordinarily resident. Now we need to see not ordinarily resident. So can you see the this one now? Yes. If the karta of the family satisfies any one of the condition laid down under section 6 clause 6, the HUF becomes not ordinarily resident even though control and management was situated in India in the previous year. That means what? Can you tell me? Can you explain me? Can you explain me this? Not ordinarily resident. When and all HUF can become not ordinarily resident. Yes. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Yes.
If we satisfy
If he
any
satisfies,
one of the additional conditions.
depends on karta. Depends on karta. Pragati is saying depends on karta. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Depends on karta means. Can you elaborate that one? Depends on karta means how? Can you elaborate, Pragati? Can you elaborate that? Depends on karta means. Yes, anyone? Suraksha. If Karta stays
Sir,
out,
if we
yeah, yeah, tell. Hmm. Yes, Suraksha.
if it does not satisfy any one of the additional conditions,
Yes. So, what are those additional condition?
either he has to stay 2 years in previous 10 years or 2 years in previous 7 years.
Yes, preceding the previous year.
Yes.
Yes, correct. So, depends on Karta. If Karta stays outside India for more than 729 days, if Karta stays outside for more than 729 days, then the NOR. Yes, correct. Isn't it? That means he has not stayed in India. Yes, correct. Pragati is also correct. So now you see if Karta of the family satisfies one condition laid down under section 6 clause 6, then HUF becomes automatically not ordinarily resident, even though control and management was situated in India in the previous year. Now non-resident. Whether HUF can become non-resident, HUF becomes non-resident in the previous year only when control and management situated only outside India. Even if the part of the control and management situated in India, in that case HUF becomes a resident of India and not a non-resident. This should be clear. HUF becomes resident even if the part of the management is in India. Only when whole management is situated outside, control and power of the management situated outside India, in that case itself HUF becomes non-resident. So whether you have any doubt regarding HUF residential status, any doubt regarding HUF residential status, Anuj, Anvit, Pragati, Suraksha, any doubt regarding HUF residential status? No. Suraksha is saying no. Then what about Pragati? No. Anvit and Anuj. Anvit is saying no. Anuj, yes, network problem. Okay. So, yes. So now we need to see After individual and HUF, next thing comes firms and association. Firms and association, section 6, clause 2. So, when and all firm can become a resident. To become a resident, a firm or association should be a resident in India in any previous year if the control and management of its affair is partly or wholly situated in India during the previous year. Residence of the partner or member is immaterial. Control and management. Control and management is usually situated at a place where head, the seat or directing power are situated. Now, can you tell me what do you mean by control and management? Can you tell me what do you mean by control and management? Anyone? Can you tell me? Anvit, can you tell me control and management? What do you mean by control and management? Anvit, what do you mean by control and management? Or yes, decision and all where they take. Correct. Yes, where decisions regarding the matter is taken place. That means suppose decision is taken in India, control and management is situated in India. If decision is taken outside India, then control and management is situated outside India. Correct answer. So now you see, in that case, here, firm and association, when it becomes resident, partly or wholly it is situated in India during the previous year. So, residence of the partner. So, if a partner stays outside India, that and all doesn't matter. We are bothered about only control and management. So, now next thing, not ordinarily resident. Not ordinarily resident, if you see, firm and other association cannot become not ordinarily resident. Very important. Firm and other association cannot become not ordinarily resident. So it can be either resident or non-resident. It can be either resident or non-resident, but it cannot become not ordinarily resident. So this point should be clear. So not ordinarily resident. So now non-resident. When association of person can become non-resident, see, a firm or association of person is non-resident if control or management of its affair is situated only outside India during the previous year. That means what? That means rules for HUF and rules for association of person one and the same, isn't it? So, do you agree with me? HUF and association of person rules are same, except for
Yes,
not
sir.
ordinarily resident. Yes, Suraksha,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? Except for not ordinarily resident, rules for HUF and association of person is one and the same. So now we have discussed the rule of Hindu undivided family. When and all HUF can become ordinarily resident, then when and all it can become not ordinarily resident, then when it can become non-resident. Then we discussed about firm and association. So under firm and association also same three category: resident, not ordinarily resident, and non-resident. So now not ordinarily resident, firm and association cannot become. So under Income Tax Act of 1961, firm and association cannot become not ordinarily resident. So it can be either resident or non-resident. Then now next thing we need to see. Now next thing we need to see about companies. Next thing we need to see about companies. Section 6 clause 3. Companies section 6 clause 3. So now first thing, when a company can be termed as resident in India. So what do you mean by resident here? Resident in the previous year. So suppose this is the assessment year. Suppose let us assume that this is the assessment year. So year 2021 is our assessment year. Then what is the previous year for us? What is the previous year for us? Can you tell me?
2020.
How? 1920. Yeah, 2020 means you should tell according to the financial year point of view. Like suppose assessment year is 2021, previous year is 1920, isn't it? So you cannot say that 2020. Why I will tell you? Because financial year starts from when? Financial year starts from when? Of 1st April, isn't it? 1st April to 31st
April,
March.
April.
Huh? Anvit? Yes?
Yes, sir.
1st April to 31st March. So what happens? So it covers part of 1 year and remaining part is there in another year, isn't it? Then how you can tell 2020 only? So you should tell 1920, isn't it? 1920. Yes. So now we are talking about company. Company's residential status. So when and all company can become resident. So now you see, resident. Company is said to be a resident in India in the previous year. If it is an Indian company. So if it is an Indian company or during that year, control or management of its affair is situated wholly in India. So now, can you tell me what is an Indian company and what is a foreign company? What is a foreign company? Can you tell me now? Foreign company? Yes, Anvit.
It is not situated in India.
Foreign company means control and operation is entirely outside India. Control and operation means
Outside
decision, yeah,
India.
decision taken is entirely outside India. Decision taken in abroad.
The
That is foreign
headquarters
country.
is not in India. Yeah.
Yes. So that is foreign company. Indian company means control and management of power is situated in India. In India.
In India.
Yes. So now what happens? See this. So to become a resident, it is to be an Indian company or during that year control or management is situated only in India. So what do you mean by control and management? Control and management refers to direction, management and control. That means these are situated at a place where directors meeting are held and not where the shareholders meeting are held. So whenever we are talking about control and management, whenever we are talking about control and management, first thing comes who is controlling the company. Who is controlling the company? That is that board of director, BOD, isn't it? Board of directors. So we are bothered about only where the board of director or directors meetings are held. Suppose directors meetings are held in India, that means company is a resident. Then board of director meeting is held outside India, that means company cannot become a resident. So that is the thing here. So now, foreign company. Next thing, foreign company is resident in India only if during the previous year control and management of its affair is situated wholly in India. Wholly in India. So now I will ask you one more question now. So see, if foreign companies, now let us imagine, now there is one foreign company, its control and management is partly situated in India. In that case, whether that company becomes a resident in India, whether that company becomes a resident in
No,
India, Suraksha?
no, sir.
No, why? Why?
Because it is not wholly situated in
Yes,
India.
wholly. It should be wholly situated in India, or else foreign company cannot become a resident in India. That is what the meaning of this one. See this carefully. Foreign company is resident in India only if during the previous year control and management of affairs is situated only in India. So now we know the residential status, that is resident. When and all company can become resident. Now next thing we need to see, not ordinarily resident. Whether company can become not ordinary resident, company can never become NOR. Company can never become NOR. That is very important. So see this here also, firm and association also cannot become NOR. So who and all can become NOR here? Can you tell me who and all can become NOR? Not ordinarily resident. That means resident and not ordinarily resident. Who and all can become? Can you tell me? Yes, Anvit, Pragati, Suraksha. Yes. See now, individual can become NOR. Individual can become NOR. How individual can become NOR? Can you tell me? If he satisfies any one of the basic conditions specified under section 6 clause 1, then after that he fails to satisfy the conditions given under section 6 clause 6, that is additional condition. He satisfies the basic condition but fails to satisfy the additional condition. In that case, what happens? He becomes resident and not ordinary resident. Similar in the case of HUF. HUF means only head of the family we are concerned, that is Karta. So for NOR status, Karta's residential status is considered. Head of the family. Yes. So now, company cannot become not ordinarily resident. Next thing, non-resident. Non-resident. When and all company can become non-resident. A company is said to be a non-resident in India if first thing, it is not an Indian company. It is not an Indian company means it is a foreign company. So directly you can say it is not an Indian company means it is a foreign company. Its operations are outside India. Its control and managements are outside India. So in that case, what happens? The company is a non-resident. Yes, or again see, or any one of the conditions satisfied, the company becomes non-resident. Next you see, its control and management situated wholly or partly outside India during that year. Wholly or partly outside India during that year. That means what? Only if control and management is fully situated in India, then only the company can become resident. In all other cases, company becomes non-resident. Company becomes non-resident. If you see this, it is not an Indian company or control and management is situated wholly or partly outside India during that year. That year means previous year. Yes. So now we have seen residential status of company. When and all company can become resident, company cannot become not ordinary resident, and when company can become non-resident. So any doubt regarding the residential status of companies? Now you can ask. Any doubt regarding residential status of companies? Yes, Anvit. Suraksha is saying no. Suraksha is saying no.
No,
What?
sir.
Anvit is also saying no. Yes. So now, if you see, now we discussed about residential status of an individual. First we discussed what do you mean by residential status. Then we discussed under residential status there are two categories, resident and non-resident. Then under resident again there are two types, ordinarily resident and not ordinarily resident. So individual, then we discussed about individual, what are the basic conditions are given for individual. Then exception for individual also we have discussed. In the case of employment, if a person goes abroad, then if he is a member of an Indian ship, or else he is a foreign national of Indian origin, in all these conditions what happens? He should satisfy first condition that we know. Then we discussed about resident and ordinarily resident. For that there are two conditions given that we see. Then resident and not ordinary resident, HUF we have discussed, firm and association, then companies. So in the next class, we are going to discuss the problem regarding individual, that is determination of residential status of an individual SSE. Determination of residential status of an individual SSE we are going to see in the next class. So whether that is okay, in the next class we are going to see all the problems. So we'll start with the problem in the next class. Now I need to stop.